Most people believe power comes from expression, from speaking clearly, from explaining yourself well. That belief feels logical. It sounds intelligent. But it's wrong. In the real world, authority does not belong to the loudest voice.
It belongs to the calmest presence. The people who command rooms do not rush to speak. They do not fill silence. They do not explain themselves unless necessary. And yet, others wait for them. Silence does something words never can. It creates weight, it creates pressure, it creates hierarchy. This is not about being quiet. This is about control. Most people talk because they feel unsafe. They speak to avoid discomfort. They explain to avoid misunderstanding. They justify to avoid judgment. Talking, in most situations, is not communication. It is self-defense. The more insecure a person feels, the more they explain. The more they justify, the more they talk. This is not stupidity. It is instability. And the human brain is extremely sensitive to instability. Authority requires the opposite signal, stability under pressure. Silence sends that signal instantly. Every social system has hierarchy, even when people pretend it does not. In any group, the person who speaks the least, often interrupts the least, and reacts the slowest, is unconsciously ranked higher. Why? Because they do not need approval. They are not competing for attention. They are not chasing validation. Their silence implies choice, and choice implies power. This is why judges speak slowly, why experienced negotiators pause, why leaders delay responses. Silence forces others to reveal themselves. The one who breaks silence first usually gives away leverage. The human mind hates unfilled space. When silence appears, the brain rushes to fill the gap. It starts asking questions. What is he thinking? Did I say something wrong? Does he know something I don't? These questions shift power. You stop reacting. They start adjusting. This is not manipulation. This is psychology. Silence creates asymmetry. One mind is calm, the other is working overtime, and the calmer mind always has the advantage. More than 2,000 years ago, Aristotle understood this. He was not training Alexander the Great to speak better. He was training him to withhold reaction. Aristotle believed uncontrolled expression weakened judgment. A ruler who reacts emotionally loses authority. A ruler who pauses appears unshakable. Alexander learned restraint before conquest. He learned when not to answer, when not to explain, when silence would do more than force. Silence made enemies cautious. Caution delayed rebellion. Delay preserved control. This was not philosophy. This was strategy. Every explanation invites evaluation. When you explain yourself, people judge your reasoning. They test your logic. They look for cracks. When you remain silent, they judge themselves. This is why powerful figures rarely clarify rumors. Clarification gives rumors legitimacy. Silence lets uncertainty work in your favor. The moment you feel the urge to defend yourself, stop. Ask yourself, is this explanation necessary or emotional? Authority never rushes to defend itself. In meetings, the quiet person often controls direction. In negotiations, silence forces concessions. In conflict, calm, non-reaction ends escalation. In relationships, the emotionally disciplined person sets the frame. Silence is not weakness, it is emotional mastery. And emotional mastery is rare, which makes it powerful. This is not about dominance over others. This is about dominance over yourself. Silence is discipline. It protects clarity. It prevents regret. It preserves leverage. When you can sit in silence, without anxiety, without explaining, without reacting, you become difficult to manipulate. That is the real purpose of power. Anyone can speak. Very few can remain composed when silence stretches. Words convince, silence commands, noise seeks attention. Stillness creates gravity. If you want authority, do not speak more. Think longer, pause deeper, and let silence do what words never will. Command authority, master strategy, control outcomes.